Philadelphia's loaded, and they could be a top 5 team, but I don't know what to make of them. Now they've got all new coordinators, but I thought Saquon Barkley is literally Jalen Hurts' best friend. What a gift. They lose their all-pro center, but their tackles are excellent. They spent money on defense and free agency. They have stars all over the team. Hurts can move. Barkley, always better than average at tight end. A.J. Brown, where are they weak? I just don't know if I like the coach. Their division is one of the weaker ones. I don't think they have to be a great team to win 10 games. Philadelphia at 9.
Okay, so I actually agree with what Colin's saying here. I think it's fair to put them at like 9 right now, just because there is the question marks, especially with some coaching. But I do think they're stacked. I absolutely think they have a top roster in the NFL, and I think within a few games it'll be shown that they are a top 5 team. I mean, I think if you were forced to make this list right now, or if you said like, where do you think this list will end up at the end of the season, I would say 9 is way too low, or high, however we're doing it. Like, it's too high, I guess. Being at 9, like, I think they should be top 3, 4, 5. I hate forcing these numbers. I put them in groups and tiers, so I just put them in the top tier, whatever that may mean. However many teams that is, I put them in a top tier. I do not put them in the same category as, say, the Atlanta Falcons. I just think they are. I think they're just absolutely stacked, but I do understand the hesitation around the coaching. I think Kellen Moore is going to be a massive upgrade, and Fangio is going to be a massive upgrade. So that's why it's hard for me to not imagine that they're going to be a top 5 team. And I think Jalen Hurts is going to have a major bounce back year. Major. I just think it's inevitable at this point. But I understand why people are going to be hesitant. I do. And Colin is usually very pro Philly. He's very high on the Eagles, talks about them of being, a very iconic and highly successful, highly run franchise. But he has issues with Nick Sirianni, and so do I, quite frankly. And that is where some of the hesitation can be. But again, I do think at the end of the day, 9 ends up being too high, because I just think that I think at the end of the day, if they didn't hire new coordinators, or if Sirianni was the main offensive play caller, then I would say, okay, they're still going to run into a lot of problems. But I really do believe Kellen Moore is going to prove to be great for Jalen Hurts and the Eagles as a whole. I mean, I think Jalen Hurts' interceptions are going to go down. I think they're going to rely on him to be less mobile and to run less. They're going to rely on Saquon. And the truth is, what's great is that since Saquon, they're not going to have to rely on him to be a workhorse, because there's so many weapons as well that the burden is going to be completely spread out among all these guys. It's not going to fall just on Jalen Hurts' shoulders, or AJ's, or Devontae's, or Goddard's, or Saquon, or Dotson. I mean, like, there's just so many names to name. Really, the only problem is just making sure that they're all happy and that they're fed. And honestly, I believe, and this is just more of a gut feeling, that A.J. Brown is going to take a step forward in maturing this season. He's going to know that it's not about me. And I guarantee you, when he signed that extension, they had that conversation. They said, we're paying you all this money, and you are the number 1 receiver, but you need to be okay. We have a lot of mouths now. We're trying to win a Super Bowl. We got to a Super Bowl and we lost. You were there. You know what it's like. We've paid you a ton of money. We need you to not just be the me receiver. We need you to mature and be a leader. You need to support. You need to make Jalen feel that it's okay if he doesn't get you the ball, to not have him force you the ball. We know you're close. We need you to be a leader. We need you to be a true teammate. I'm very confident that those conversations took place, because that was a problem last season. Quite frankly, it was a little bit of a problem in 22, but they just kept winning. And I keep highlighting that he was carrying on in one of the playoff games when they were winning, because he didn't get the ball. And it's like, dude, everything is rocking and rolling and you're complaining. I would be very surprised if that trend continued. The Eagles typically do not allow that type of stuff to fester for too long. So, and I think, again, the fact that he's working out with Dotson, like, I just think that there's going to be a lot of growth there. But I'm excited to see that. That's actually one of the things that I'm going to have my eyes on the lookout. But yeah, number 9. Can you guys tell me if it's too high or too low in terms of how we phrase this? Like, I can't figure it out. In my mind, I'm like, is it too low, meaning that the number is too high, or too high, meaning that the number is too low? I'm going to just say that it's too high because 9 is higher and low is, the lower number. So, but yeah, let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment. So whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and I would absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to. Something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much, and see you next time.